Alright, hello folks, and welcome back to Game-A-Dayer for day 3 of A Pinch of Magic. If we load our game, if we find the... how do I go? Nope. Log. Haha. Yesterday we met our childhood friend, a mermaid who's all grown up. We met an evil restaurant blogger who came for a cup of coffee and, what do you call that? Tsundere flirtation. And we found out that our Baba's, cafe has unfortunate reviews, negative reviews all over the web, so that's an issue. And now we're feeling kind of sad about everything. Hannibal trots near, stepping all over the ledgers, then curls up on them for a snooze. She's about as helpful as a sixth toe. And what about you, Didn't think to mention that tidbit, did you? About having negative reviews. The truth is, even if her heart had never really been in the cafe, I know exactly why Baba chose to stay in Linsdale all these years. Once she laughed and told me it was because she could lie on the sand in a bikini drinking coconut juice every day, but really, it was because of all the shirtless surfers, wasn't it? Old Granny the Legend. I pick up the last of the ledgers, shaking Hannibal off the cover, but I stop when I realize it's this year's edition. Something in me holds back from returning it to the shelves before taking a peek inside. A feeling, or more like a terrible witch's intuition, that Baba had one more bony skeleton in her closet, waiting for me to discover it. We're going broke, isn't it, aren't we? Of course we are, because we're not popular. Her escape, the bad reviews, the empty pantry, the shifty locals, even the brand new tablet, all the clues were aligning to suggest one very damning picture. So I thumbed through the first few pages and my face grows ashen. I knew it. She's totally broke. It's almost as if I can feel the skeleton of fate springing from the darkness of that proverbial closet to put its hand around my neck. But that's not all. At my feet, the tiny paper rabbit bounds up, cruelly announcing, by a cute tilt of the head, that it has one more message for me. It levitates up and unfolds itself in the air, stopping at eye level. A space at the very bottom of the letter slowly stains with ink. A second postscript that had been hidden until this exact moment. Step. PPS. That's right. I'm broke. That's right. I'm broke. Don't know how that happened, really. Be a dear and sort something out before I have to file for bankruptcy. I believe in you. Ooh. So that's the cat, eh? At the crack of dawn, the alarm goes off. My eyes snap open and I launch myself out of bed. Almost burying a sleeping Hannibal in the duvet, I shake off. After a brisk run on the spot, I slap my face a few times until I'm absolutely fully awake and ready to deal with this nightmarish situation. You know you work in a coffee shop, right? You could just drink coffee to wake yourself up. Alright, action plan for the day. Step 1, get dressed. Success, I guess. I tear the wardrobe door open, throwing whatever I first touch onto my body. Being fashion conscious isn't going to make a difference today. Fair enough. Okay. Step 2. Don't think about how much pain you're going to inflict on Baba when she shows her face. No plotting, no curses, no hexes, nothing. It's very mature of you. Focus. Today is about customers, cash, and coffee. Nothing else. But mostly cash. I leave the bedroom behind in a hurry and hurry down the corridor toward the kitchen, snapping life into the closed curtains and air conditioner with my fingers as I go. Cool air and sunlight flood the room just as I step outside to flip the sign. With the sign set to open, I pause briefly to place a kind hand on a warm cafe wall and take in the crisp, briny morning. Morning. Coffee curiosities. It's a beautiful day. Step 3. Save this place. Save my home. MacLeod's back. That's interesting. Tell me, because I'm dying to know, do the bricks ever talk back? I turn about to see him grinning mischievously, and clearly in a better mood than I'd expected today. The bearskin peeking out above his t-shirt is already glistening a little from the tropical morning heat. You look... Don't say cute, don't say cute, don't say cute. Sweaty. Do you like sweaty? Ring? Oh, a cute little blush. He throws his head back, laughing at my reaction, before taking a few steps closer. I'm just teasing. Mostly. Listen, I did some thinking last night over in the, well, quite honestly, very subpar hotel I stayed in. My car's in for repairs, so looks like I'll be stuck here for a while, you see. It was a scratch on the roof. It's not like the car couldn't drive. So I'm not here for a fight, but so long as I'm here, I will take another cup of that specialty house blend of yours every day for research purposes only. The image of the dusty old pile of ledgers in Baba's secret room flashes up in my mind. The red ink scrawled across their pages, the zeros backing every number. Suddenly I'm feeling very amenable to keeping MacLeod around as much as possible. You'll never figure out the recipe for that blend. But you spend 20 gold a day at least for as long as you're here, and maybe we'll agree to let you in on... I'll agree to let you in on the secret. Interesting. So, gold instead of dollars, that's interesting. A slow smile spreads across his face. Fine. Well, come in then. You're darkening my doorstep. He actually laughed a little at that. Charming. Don't I even get a hello? I reserve hospitality for customers I actually like. Harsh. At the end of his second grande-sized cup, MacLeod composes himself, then pleats his fingers together and rests his arms on the counter. It's passable. Wouldn't kill you to exercise humility for 2 seconds and just admit it's the best coffee you've ever tasted. Now that the shock of the first dozen sips and the feeling of being put in on his backside has worn off, it seems like MacLeod's able to at least pretend to be critical of the taste. Well, I suppose there's something to be said for the magic gradually losing its potency the more it's ingested. Nothing I can do about that. So enlighten me. What's that? MacLeod tilts his chin toward the small signboard and chalk sticks I had found yesterday inside the hatchbox, which are now lying on the countertop waiting to be transformed into an advertising masterpiece. Coffee Curiosities is scrawled across the top in multicolored, chunky block letters, along with a cascading list of some of the more attractive items on the menu. I wrote the wording late last night, but the sign's still most definitely missing some much-needed pizzazz. Oh, that. It's step one of my grand marketing master plan. If that's your best attempt at marketing, I bet your first idea was a train wreck. How about you let a clear expert give you some tips, and in return, you give me that recipe? Oh, gee, how about, no? Just as he's opening his mouth again, the bell at the front door jingles, cutting MacLeod's needling short. Moments later, Kiana shyly peers inside. Oh, hey! Morning! Good morning, Step. Ah, and Mr. MacLeod, good morning to you, too. Kiana takes a seat beside MacLeod, and while I start to mix her up a kelp latte, she spots the signboard and pastel chalks laying on the side. Her eyes immediately lighten up. Oh, you're making a cuisine menu board? Menu board? A cuisine menu board, Kiana. And, yep, some drawings of teacups are cute animals, and it'll be ready to go outside. Can I help with the pictures? Sure. I mean, go ahead, knock yourself out. You'll be okay, right? I mean, her drawings must have improved at least a little bit, right? That's a pretty lousy interpretation of a penguin. Penguin? No, that's a tuna in a top hat. Alright, now that's definitely a giraffe, right? Actually, it's an oarfish. A pelican? This one is a seahorse. At least they're all sea-themed? By now, the board is so smudged with chalk residue, there's nothing to be done but erase everything and start over. I quickly put a hand on Kiana's sagging shoulder before she can do any more good-intentioned damage. Don't worry, Kiana. If you want to help with marketing, you can help me with something else, okay? Okay. Why are you doing this? Is the cafe in a lot of trouble? I had been delicately wiping the board clean with a wet cloth, but Kiana's comment stops me in my tracks. Since the moment I'd waken up this morning, I'd been putting on an energetic front, deliberately avoiding negative thoughts to trick myself, even myself, into believing I could do this alone. But truthfully, I'm floundering, and I don't want to lie to Kiana. So, despite MacLeod's snooping, beady-eyed presence, I decide to come clean. Well, actually, after openly divulging the situation and the alarming state of the ledgers I'd found the night before, MacLeod and Kiana both sit quietly and pensive for a minute. Surprisingly, MacLeod is the one that breaks the silence. Unsurprisingly, he goes straight back to the judgmental jabbing. Well, I may get some juicy tidbits for my blog yet. He leans back, shrugging his shoulders in a smug, exaggerated way. I mean, really, what do you expect? This place is practically falling apart. I begrudgingly cast my eyes over the room, unable to deny it. Ugh, I know. And there are earthquake-level cracks in the floor. I know. And the owner has a nasty habit of being mean to 50% of their paying customers. Do you take pleasure from being equal parts correct and infuriating? Always. Just when I expect him to follow up with yet more insults, Mikhail's face grows uncharacteristically serious. Look, just because your coffee is actually somewhat decent, I'll level with you. You want to dig yourself out of this mess, there's only one tool that's going to serve you best as a shovel. He slips his phone from his pocket and holds it to my face as evidence. 3 words. Social media campaign. You need money, and the only way to guarantee that is to drag customers in on a wave. New people, city people, people willing to spend, outsiders who will flock to this place for the authentic hook after you've spruced it up a little. Because let's face it, nobody in this town is willing to come here. Drop Linsdale like they've dropped you. You don't need them. What you need is fresh blood, an aggressive strategy. And lucky for you, I'm feeling unusually sympathetic, so I'll extend an olive branch just this once and help you make that happen. The bulk of his speech wrapped up, Mikhail leans back with his arms behind his head, a small smile playing at the edge of his mouth. Well, it's not like you'd stand a chance using this method without me. Looks like I'll have to agree to be your knight in shining armor just this once. Well, I think you're wrong. As I glance over at Kiana, I realize that she looks genuinely a little hurt by Mikhail's words. Linsdale is filled with good, kind people. Maybe they stopped coming to Coffee Curiosities because Steph's grandmother didn't run the cafe very well. But they really are good. We shouldn't hold that against them. I'm sure they will come back here if we try to, reach? Is that the right word? Out to them. Kiana. So please, don't give up on Linsdale yet, Step. If you could show the locals that this is a worthwhile place to come to, that the food and drinks are tasty, that the service is good, this cafe will survive, right? I'm sure the residents of Linsdale will come if you ask them, so I'll help you. I blink at the two in front of me, a little astonished by their arguments. They're both actually making a great deal of sense, but whoever's approach I decide to follow, that probably means we'll be spending a lot of time together from now on. In that case, I guess I'll... This is so false. Okay. I'll be right back. Sorry about that, I had to shift some stuff around. So, yeah, there's absolutely no reason not to use both of those strategies. Diversify your customer base. But I understand that this is trying to put you in one direction or the other. So I think, it's either select the hot guy or select the hot girl. But within the context of the narrative, I feel like working with the people in the city where you're located is going to be probably better, and then you can focus on outside traffic after. So I'm gonna work with Kiana. Yeah, Linsdale is Baba's town, and considering the good memories I have here, I'd like to think it's my town too. That's not going to change. Getting the people of Linsdale back on our side, rebuilding a relationship with them, should be my top priority. You're right, Kiana. Linsdale is Coffee Curiosity's home. We should focus our efforts here. I'm so glad. Alright, I'll see you tomorrow then. Out of the corner of my eye, I see MacLeod shrug, dissatisfied, but he chooses not to push any further. For the rest of the day, Kiana and MacLeod stay at the cafe, each offering advice from their own perspectives. Not a single other customer comes in to order, and for once, I'm glad. Planning takes priority, and before we know it, our discussion has stretched well into the afternoon and beyond, until the sunset calls an end to our little council. As night rolls in, I say goodbye to a sleepy Kiana and MacLeod, close up and decide to catch an early night myself, knowing I'll need all the rest I can get to prepare for the toil ahead. My head hits the pillow, and my eyes immediately grow heavy. I've just enough awareness left in my brain to wonder how well this new partnership of mine is really gonna work out before I slip off into a troubled sleep. It's beautiful, isn't it? I look over to the girl on my left, her face brimming with contentment. Even the sun can't help but take a dip in the water. Isn't it wonderful? The sunset peaks over the horizon, surrounding us in a golden pink glow. The water ripples against the sand beneath our feet. It really is beautiful. But why? Why are you crying? Ugh. We were so excited at the ideas rolling yesterday, but now I have to actually start working on them all. Why is brainstorming so much more fun than actually doing any of the ideas? I hesitantly throw the covers off my bed, disturbing Hannibal in the process. Kiana will probably be here in an hour or so. I shouldn't make her wait. As usual, no one is clamoring at the door to order. I wonder how many people even know we're open for business. I get out the broom while thinking about our action plan. Sweep. First, this place needs a whole makeover. It looks like it hasn't seen a customer since Baba was a kid. The walls need patching. Maybe we can throw a new coat of paint on, some decorations. Next, we need a marketing campaign, whatever that means. MacLeod mentioned it, but it sounded like a bunch of business nonsense. But he did have some practical ideas for getting the word out, like flyers and promotions. Kiana and I can figure that out later once we get done with renovations. We also need to finish the new menu. Baba never had the best taste for what's hip. Where do we even start? Good morning. Good morning. I turn around to greet Kiana, only to see her lugging an arms full of paint supplies, carpentry tools, and more. What is all that? Tools? Does she even know what half of them are for? What are we going to do with all of it? You said this place could use a fresh coat of paint, so I bought some. And some brushes. She holds up a hammer and screws. Oh, and this is for the walls. Huh? Kiana's idea of home improvements sure is a lot less funny when I picture her doing it to the cafe. Okay, let's set all that down over there and not scratch up the tile. Where did you get... No, I think some things are better left unknown. Let's see, you've got 4 different paint buckets here, each a different color, and different type of paint. We have nails, that are all different lengths, some plywood. Yep. The walls are cracked and need replastering, so that's what this is for. The paint is also for covering up the plaster, and this paint is for repainting all the walls with scuff-resistant material. We'll need some new decorations, so depending on where the studs are in the walls, we might need different length nails, and some screws just in case. And some screws just in case and need repairs. This paint is just for the furniture. It's glossy but durable, and should give them all a brand new shine. She might actually know her stuff. Where did you learn all this? I love watching those cute home decor videos on the line. On the line. I might have spent an entire week binging home craft tutorials once. This is great though. We might actually be able to make this place look great. I certainly don't know the difference in paint and nail types. I'll start replastering the cracks. You can place this tarp down and repaint the tables. Do you paint tables? I mean, you stain tables. Oh god, my arm. Oh, I just got my booster shot today, and oh, my arm just, I just stretched and my arm got real stiff. Excuse me. Ugh. I thought painting was fun. Nope, it's just a pain. I'm just repainting tables. Why is it so tiring? I look over at Kiana, who's staring at a replastered crack, wiping a bead of sweat from her brow. And those are the clothes that she wants to do plasterwork in? We've barely started, but I already feel so indebted to her. I couldn't have done this alone. I can't do this alone. Just her being here makes me feel so much more confident. I can't let her efforts go to waste. Alright. Kiana jumps at my sudden outburst. We haven't said anything for the past hour. Is something the matter? It's lunchtime, that's what. Take a break and I'll make us something to eat. Ah. It's already been a few hours, huh? Alright, I'll let you handle it. What are you thinking about? How about an Eggs Benedict? For lunch? I don't have the heart to tell her I haven't had breakfast yet. Yeah, why not? Sure. She walks over to one of the chairs I haven't started fixing and closes her eyes. I take out the eggs and muffins and sneak a glance at her at times. She's deep in thought on something. We haven't spoken in years, but here we are, thrown into fixing this broken mess. What's happened since I left? Kiana? She snaps out of her thoughts. Yes? What have you been up to? Up to? It feels like I spend half my time at home, half my time wandering up here. What do you do up here? Some humans aren't the most keen on what's best for everybody, and that includes what's best for mermaids. A few corporations in town have been discreetly polluting the waters, not enough to be immediately lethal to us, but enough to hurt us over generations. They're not doing it out of malice, just not caring, thinking about their numbers rather than the living things they might be affecting. I think she means malice, but I digress. I'm sorry to hear that. What can you even do about it? I can stand outside their offices and yell. I mean, you can. My father gave me permission to venture out to the human world to try to stop this, but it's easier said than done. The corporations don't want to listen to problems. They want cost-elective solutions. But I won't give up. I haven't given up in the past 172 board meetings, so I won't be stopped yet. What a trooper. If you won't give up, then neither will I. Excellent. It's been a rough few days, but we've managed so much progress. Oh yeah, I see. The walls are, kind of painted. The furniture doesn't look scary to sit on, and the walls are looking more sturdy by the day. No longer will the place look like it's falling apart. It'll be the talk of the town. Just you see, Baba. Still, where did Kiana run off to? It's chilly out here so close to the water, but it looks so inviting. Kiana and I would spend so much time out here, enjoying the view and the cool touch of the water. Most families have already packed up to return home for the night, but I can make out the silhouette of a person in the water. The person walks into the ocean calmly until they fall forward into the water. Hey, are you okay? I rush out to the spot only to find a drop-off in the water and have to stop myself from falling in. It's so dim here, but I'm able to make out the person, albeit in different form. Kiana! Her mermaid form is so regal now, but who's the man she's with? Oh, cool. Intimidating man. Have they agreed to the new policies? I haven't checked in with them yet. What were you doing for the past few days, Lakia? You're not to be idling about. Idling about. You're to fix this. Do I need to send someone else to finish your job? No, I'll finish it, Father. People are hurting. We can stop that. Remember that. The man gives her a nod and then steps into the ocean. Kiana just stares at the spot he was standing. The breeze ripples the water and her hair. Oh, are they on land? Okay. I left her years ago. I'm not going to sit by and do nothing again. I trudge through the cold, uneven sand until I'm a few feet away. She doesn't move. Kiana. I'm sorry, Step. I thought I could handle both. When I saw you were back in town, I was so excited, I thought I could still help my people while also helping you. You need to prioritize the health of your own people. I understand. You've already been such a big help to me. I can't thank you enough. She nods, staring at the sea. You've helped me, so let me help you. What do you need to do? Well, we still need the city to sign off on the new restrictions that would force corporations in town to dump waste in a new secure facility. But just mermaids backing it won't be enough. They gave me a stack of papers for a petition. It'll need at least hundreds of names before the city council will consider a new anti-pollution bill. I think we can kill several birds with one stone here. So we need more people on board. Wait, what was that marketing campaign thing MacLeod was talking about? Exactly. Oh, am I ahead of the game? Am I going to find out that we're actually going to work all together and have a single cohesive plan? You want my help with What? It's an eco-friendly thing. That could be the spin the cafe needs to stand out. You said we need a hook, right? I have to be careful not to mention why Kiana's adamant about this conservation effort. Yes, but... Okay, so you want to go green with the cafe and help promote this local issue. How are you going to do it? The bill needs 1,000 signatures before it'll be reviewed by the City Council. We can help advertise that with the opening of the cafe. Let people experience an environmentally friendly dining experience. Yes! Well, it is a hook alright, but only if the rest of the cafe matches the branding. What kind of straws are you using? Plastic. To-go cups? Plastic. Is there anything in here that is eco-friendly? Baba didn't strive for any products other than the bottom of the line. MacLeod shakes his head while Kiana looks horrified. You can't say you want to support this bill and then have all of these things that say otherwise. It's all or nothing. Yeah. Well, we'll get some of those paper biodegradable to-go cups and, metal straws for drinks here. And metal straws for in-store drinks. I guess I'll pack up the plastics for a slow day or something. It'll be a waste to throw them out. Okay, that's something to start on. Have you made flyers yet? No. That's probably a good thing then. Let's emphasize the comfy and healthy aesthetics. Make sure the flyer feels like how you want the cafe to project. Oh, we'll draw kelp on it. Sure. What else? Fish. Fish? Yeah, they'll be swimming. Does the cafe even serve fish? No, of course not. MacLeod gives her a dumbfounded look. I give him a shrug and a smile. Let's take a step away from the fish idea, though I do like the kelp idea. To go with the kelp, how about we include different organic ingredients we use? That can work. You could gear an entire campaign around informing customers on what's in their drinks. There was this one cafe I went to that had tourists go with their ingredient farming. Okay, so we'll have the flyers highlight different organic ingredients. Sounds good. Yes, we can have each flyer highlight a different drink and what goes into it. She's brimming with delight. Even MacLeod can't help but smile. I'll start on the flyers now. Thanks, Kiana. MacLeod brushes off his pants and stands up. Sounds like you two have it figured out then. Yep, I think this is a good way forward. Thank you for helping us. Well, considering I wasn't even expecting the cafe to come this far, consider it a freebie. Save me a seat at the reopening. I will. He waves and heads out the door. What an odd guy. I turn back to see Kiana furiously scribbling on papers. Maybe we should print out the text on flyers first, and then add the doodles to them? I sigh and head back to the table. And, I'm gonna save here, because I know it's a short one today, but I am exhausted, so I'm afraid I have to go and take a nap because I have to work tonight. So thanks for joining me, and we will maybe finish this game up tomorrow. I don't know how much there is left, but it feels like we're making progress, you know? So, I don't know, 1, maybe 2 days. I think I want to finish this one, at least one story, and then see where to go from there. But if you enjoyed this video, please like and share and subscribe to the channel and all that stuff that you're supposed to tell people to do on YouTube, because it's YouTube and you're supposed to make clicks. And of course, nobody's going to see this if they don't already have it shared somewhere, so I don't know why I'm talking, but yeah, I'm tired and rambling. I'm gonna go to bed. Thanks, everybody.